Hey, okay, so I'll get straight into it. So, obviously, journey stuff, developing stuff, improvement stuff. But I think something I haven't talked about in a while is more so networking and internships. Internships I've touched here and there. So yesterday, I actually had my best internship grind streak. Uh, Basically, where I just applied to internships back to back. I was really happy with that. I think I did about five because I already talked about the simplified thing. So Pitt CSC, the computer science club at Pitt, basically has this GitHub repository, and in the GitHub repository, there's this thing. There's this you can sign up, and it basically emails you new internship opportunities. There's also another one I think is also run by Pitt CSC, or it could just be simplified by itself, where there's like a Google sheet that you can use to track these internship applications. And as I've said many times before, I'm sure anyone in the at least comps I feel for sure has said it's really just a numbers game from what I understand. So I've been trying to get those numbers racked up. Uh, but yeah, so I've been applying to those on the side. I've been going to career fairs. There was a PNC Bank BBQ event. Like it was mostly for people in the finance sector, but then I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna go there, maybe find something. And there were software engineer people. It was data science mostly. There was one software engineer and there was one data science person. I actually thinking back on that, I should probably have also I'll get to where I'm going in a second. So after a while, I didn't really find because a lot of the roles were for and junior and senior people in college. I don't know, I can't speak right now. So then there wasn't much opportunity for me there. But I said, you know, I did came here. I wore a nice set of pants, wore a nice white shirt. Came. I was like, I have to get some. I have to make this worth it for myself. I have a class in like maybe 30 minutes. So then I just started asking about stuff I can do, projects, skills I should learn. So they said mostly SQL. I was like, oh, that's cool. And they also mentioned Tabloid. So that's something I should probably check up on. Really, a lot of data stuff. I think I might try and maybe to stand up is more pivot myself as a data person. So I think I want to get more of my data projects up there. The software engineer, I forgot her name. She graduated from Penn. She made a really good point about like just having passion projects that you can actually talk about in depth and like showcase some sort of skills. So I mentioned the Iron Man database that I worked on. It was basically like a project like where I tracked his different sets of his suits, like different parts of his various Iron Mans. She also did some Batman ones. I did like the Justice Buster. And then I just tracked it. I used like Access and SQL. And it was when I was learning SQL in high school. But the point still stands. So I got to get to know them. And then I was like, at a point, I came to the realization that I don't think I'm going to get an internship right now. The fantasy in my head was that it's going to be this old rich person, and then it was a BBQ thing. So I thought it was going to be like, oh, maybe I have to play a sport against them. And I was like, oh, I don't give up. And like, this dude has what it takes to be an intern. So then I thought that was how I was going to get the internship, but that did not happen. But anyways, I said there's a career fair coming up, and I think one thing I was definitely not sure how to do is just talk to people just straight up. Back because for me, I like to have an objective when I interact with people. That's the best thing for me. Like, if I'm interacting with you, I know this is my goal. Like, it doesn't even have to be like ill intended. Just could be just like, oh, I want to get to know this about this person, or let me check up on this person and how they're doing on this, right? But then just because I think it's like, oh, network, but I don't know how to just go up to people and just ask questions that I probably don't like. I want to say don't care for the answer, but like, the answer is not something. I guess don't care is the best. It sounds more mean than it is. It's just more so like I'm asking questions that I already know the answer to. And largely, I think it's just I want to get my face out there. So what I did, I just started practicing, talking to people, even going back. I actually felt back. I felt like I kept on going back to the software engineering people and just like kept on talking to them. Even went to the recruiter people. They talked about, this was something that was really helpful. She said something she does recommend is looking for local opportunities, so stuff in Maryland, Montgomery County, and seeing what internship application opportunities they have there. And funny enough, the pit job thing didn't have software engineer roles, but there was one for a senator, and the recruitment lady, I think her name was Maggie. I'm really bad with names. but she basically asked if there's any software engineer roles, and then she said that there were some, but it's like it opens up in January. It's more of a cybersecurity thing, so I should definitely look at that. So I've marked it up on my phone, and I'm gonna have to like keep on checking up on that. So I think that's another thing I actually have to be looking for. Because I do have cybersecurity experience. I do actually have a good set of experience in data and this is cybersecurity. So I want to not just shoot for cybersecurity roles. It's not just shoot for software engineering roles, but also shoot for like cybersecurity. Right now, I'm a blank slate, just like I want to get, I want to dip my toes in something, right? I think I'm still kind of a machine learning engineer thing. Let me at least dip my toes in handling large sets of data because that's something I don't think I've had all too much experience on. Besides, like the most I do, unless it's like an open repository of data or whatever, the most I do is just really just self-generated data, and then even then, I think Monster Valentine's wasn't anything too complicated, but Monster Valentine's was probably a big data set I had to deal with. It was just like all the students in the school, and that was a pretty big. It was like a pretty big data thing. I should actually probably put that. I don't know how complex it was, but maybe I can phrase it in the right way to explain what I did and what skills I learned. But I also think it kind of goes against the whole. I know it goes against the whole Batman thing, the whole Batman part of it. But yeah, besides, I kept on going to PNC BBQ. I was like, okay, I have to make the most of it, even though I can like just get an internship right after that. So I kept on going there. Then my friend, after that, I met someone else, one of the club leaders for the club, and he actually interns there. He said, oh, maybe I can help you stick with the club, I can help you get an internship. Then I went to class, then came back. I was like, until I get like, like I'm gonna keep on doing this until I get the most out of it. Then I met one of the recruiters. She was really nice. I got her name, I got her first name, and then when I got back later that night, I found her on LinkedIn and connected with her, and it was really cool. So now, like, that was my first time connecting with LinkedIn. I have feelings towards LinkedIn. I think it's a website. It's cool seeing different people's posts though, but I'm still getting used to it. But yeah, so that's just like in terms of profession stuff. That's what I've been networking there. Even today, I already talked about the cybersecurity stuff. But when I got back that day, I also did 5 internship applications, and then it was just back to back. I think once you actually put yourself in the mindset and you start doing them back to back, it's really easy. And something I used to do, Simplify doesn't write the answers for you, but what it does is all it fills a bunch of stuff that they keep on asking, like your full name, or where do you live, stuff like that. But you also have to double check it, you might get something wrong. So I think that really helps a lot with just making the process less tedious and just getting right down to the writing. Since the career for the PNC thing, I was expecting to give my resume. So what I had to do was I had to work on my resume and workshop it. So I updated to include some passion projects. I realized I actually didn't have any passion projects besides this on the resume for some reason. Then I put the publication I did for the sports theory, because I actually got that into magazine. And then yeah, luckily I think I honestly it's all about networks, because it was my friend who invited me to put in his magazine. So I just published I can't speak. I put that publication in my resume. So I have an updated resume, and on Monday for this computer science club, they're doing a resume workshop thing. So I'm just gonna go there, see what advice I can get on how I can improve my resume. My biggest, I know I'm kind of, for lack of better terms, there are better terms, but I'm kind of yapping with this right now. But just follow me for now. Cause I did a bunch of stuff in high school, and you probably already saw that if you watched this whole journey. And I think more I'm struggling with now is like, what do I remove? Because I don't want to just remove everything I did in high school and just be like, yo, right? It kind of removes my edge in the competition. Like, oh, this guy actually has experience with these stuff. So I'm like, hopefully that, hopefully I can find the right balance. Because right now it's like, I think my resume is a bit too big, and it's like just mostly extracurricular stuff I did in high school. But the thing was that it's not that I just did extracurricular stuff. I was like, in most cases, I was the president of the thing I was doing. So I think it's worthwhile having there. Besides that though, I've been grading some lead code. There was a lead code one I'm doing. I'm trying to bump up into Medium now. I heard from the Zero to Offers, basically something, the CSE, when I say CSE, that means the Computer Science Club. basically they have a program which helps you get an internship. And one of the people was talking about their experience, and they said like for freshman roles, they actually didn't do that many technical lead code problems. And the one he did get or the one he heard someone else got for their freshman year was easy. I'm still just gonna keep on grinding because I think legal is something I should be grinding at. It is kind of fun. I got stuck on this. The one I'm stuck on now, the reason I'm saying I stuck is I didn't actually get to work on it. I had to go to study math. It was basically, I'm forgetting, but it was a pretty difficult one. But what I want to do is I want to keep on grinding easy, then bump up into medium, because I think when I have medium, I'm going to be more confident at least, and then I'm getting slow by slow. I'm getting like the mindset to like understand the problems, and it's becoming less daunting. I think that's really just a big thing. But yeah, last thing about networking, I think I was really happy with today because there was another CSE event earlier, and CSE, as I said before, means Computer Science Club, and I got to meet different people. I talked to them, and we'll talk about one person I was talking with was talking about game jams, and we were kind of like looking for game jams to actually go participate in. Game jams are basically like you get like maybe 48 hours, 24 hours to build a game. Best game wins the game jam. Okay, so. And then we were looking for one. So I just met with him again today. He said he found one in the area, so he's gonna send me the link for that. And another person, we were talking, and he was like, "Oh shoot, maybe we'll talk about different projects we've done." And this is hackathon. Hackathons are basically it's like a game jam. It's basically like you get like 24 hours or maybe even 48 hours, and then you just have to build like an app. And then yeah, funny like when it says hackathon, right? I haven't done a hackathon, so I could be wrong. But when it says hackathon, you would think you're hacking something, but it's like I guess you're hacking at it. But that's pretty much it. I'm just really happy I'm making those connections, especially in that computer science field or technology field. I'm also part of NSBE, and NSBE is the National Society of Black Engineers. A lot of acronyms, and I think there's too many acronyms. But networking people in NSBE, there's also a role I'm trying to apply for in NSBE. That's the freshman representative, and there's one for the diversity, equity, and inclusion. I want to be a part of that one because I do think there are some interesting programs we could implement at Pitt. So I think that's something I'm actually passionate about. There was actually one role, I didn't turn it down, I just didn't feel like applying, even though it's a bit past the due date. It was for the student government board, which I thought was interesting because I was like, yo, I would usually like something like this. But I think since I just came, I want to like, take a step back. Like I don't really have much suggestions on what to do on that scale. Like the stuff attached to the role just didn't seem interesting and didn't seem to match my particular skill set. Or I could have done the role, but I don't think it would have been the best thing for me. I think it'll probably be better for someone else. And then the last thing I think I'm applying for is like the Sutherland president thing, which opens up at 8:30 tomorrow. So getting excited for that. Besides that though, there's not much else to say. Having a great time, working, having fun, walking, eating. I think after when I came here, I think I was eating too much because the way my cafeteria works, my meal plan, which is basically like a buffet style every day. I'm sorry, like the Jesse song just popped up in my head. I said every day. I was like, hey Jesse, ooh, okay, that's irrelevant to this. But I've been trying to curb like my eating style or change my eating style and maybe work out more because I want, by the time I know my first semester, I want to have lost weight or built muscle, right? And I think that's probably, it'll just be best, right? I won't fall into temptation, just keep on eating unhealthy food. So that's why I'm happy. I do have some Nigerian food stuck in my face because my own mom owned some for me, so thank you very much, Mom. But besides that though, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.